This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready! Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Let's go, Mexico. 12.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Lott. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Check out. 675. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. He's on. Go ahead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hey, Team 6.
A shotgun snap for Lott. That is caught at the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flip in field position and a flip in fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
Stop your whining.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
What we got? Check.
On third down, here's Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And his kick is indeed good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That'll be caught by Rice. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who caught it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Slam.
57. Here, 6. Pull it high.
52.
We're good.
Cut.
On 2nd down now, it's Clark. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Check 52's the mark. Hey, let's get some penetration here. We're getting some penetration.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Hey, Street, 218, chop. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
Rush in. Rush in. Check the back or two.
Come on. Hey, Foxtrot. Look out.
On first down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. This is Henderson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tall.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check. Go ahead. Check hot route. Hot.
To throw is Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back to throw. Luck. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing is Wentz. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Six man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Slam.
Ram. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Yeah.
Spud.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check out. Wide, baby.
Come on. Get your swerve.
On.
Tighten up.
On second and 15 now. Luck throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 15.
Alert flare.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 15. Now Luck. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Protein spill. Hey, Orbit.
Come get some. He don't want it.
From the 16, Wentz. He's going to walk one. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 35.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 35.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Here's Henderson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check. Check.
They run the toss with Henderson. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz rolling to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run here with Henderson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They come out here in the I. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. They'll try and run. Henderson. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch the screen. Kill.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
I can't believe they even let you play. Two jet. Check. Great. Great.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Check 31. Great 15.
They run once more with Henderson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big ass. 40, easy, alert.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second down, it's Hunt. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Close.
From the gun, here's Love. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's good for 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Back now in Miami. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
3 down, 3 down. Check.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Owens. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's taken in by Henderson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down now. It's Henderson. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You draw quarters. Hey, echo. Man 5-7.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account the game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
At the 37.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
Throwing on second down. Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
58 for Mike, 58.
Luck now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Henderson. Oh, look at the juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on second down, Wentz under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
11B. 58, boys, 58, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They snap it to Locke. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
That's good for Dolphins. First down.
Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. They'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58, come on.
Hey, exit.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And there's a chance for them to end the game. An incompletion, it's probably over. But how big was that one, though, to keep this game going?
That's the conversion of the game right now, no doubt. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A toss play to Hunt. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Open man is Arcega Whiteside. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Check out.
Right, 674.
I'm coming.
12.
Now Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Look out! 565!
Mike, I got
11B!
Check! 53's Mike! Check! 53's Mike!
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It's now 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Watch the twins.
No.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. As overtime wears on, something to keep in mind, it is hot down there on the field.
And if we think it's a sauna, what are they feeling down there? And this is where both teams find out about their strength and conditioning program. All the work they put into it to get to this moment, and did the guys follow the mantra of hydrating ahead of time so they're ready to go right now?
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here. Try to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
A shotgun snap for Lott. It's Kelsey on the ground. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
11. On.
They run again with Hunt. It's a room to maneuver. Now the ball comes loose. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, check.
You.
Hey, Delta.
On the run, this is Hunt. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Shoot.
49, check 49, check 49. Gone right.
Switch.
12.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game.